Okay, let's go over the contract section. Hopefully I haven't put anybody to sleep yet. Okay, the contract is the second step in our pipeline. Remember, the first step is a lead. We're going to enter the information as a lead, an appointment, and then you're going to go out there and run it, and then we're going to switch the stage. It's going to go from a lead to a contract. So we're in the contract section. Now here's all your contracts. This is your pipeline view. This is a way that you can easily see what's going on. We can create a filter that'll allow you to see all the information that you want. And I'll get into that here in a minute. We want to try to make these videos a little bit quick. I know that you're probably about 35 to 40 minutes into this video, so I am doing everything I can to make it quick. Keep in mind that I will make each one of these videos available individually, so rather than watch the whole thing, if you need a refresher course, for instance, on appointment schedule, leads, or contracts, documents, or problem appointments, you can just easily go right to the individual video, and it'll only take about 10 minutes of your time. Okay, let's go ahead and look at my contract I set in the previous video. The reason we don't want to look at the top ones is because these are actual contracts, so I'm not going to be free to adjust any of the information without causing a problem. Look at that. I got an email address there. Key. Let's get that email address. That means if I have something I have to do, I can just hit that button and I can email that customer as soon as I figure out how to set up ACIcontractors.com inside the system, which it'll probably be fixed by the time you look at this video. But right now, it's not set up properly, and I am not able to use it until we have it fixed. So, Tim, I'm working on it. I will not ever send another email out that has Gmail on it, just in case you're wondering. It's turned off right now. Okay, let's drill into the last name here. Okay, some basic information. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it to the edit view, which is the same as the previous module. Go to edit. Okay, now this is going to be the project progress. This is going to allow you to judge the progress of where you're at with the contract. Okay, we got a contract signed. They filed the claim because you're an excellent salesperson. You filed the claim on the spot. As soon as we have an adjusters meeting, we want to know that the adjusters meeting is scheduled. We scheduled it, so now we have to have a date. So we want to go ahead and select the date. Make sure we select a date in the future, otherwise it'll give me an error. Okay. Once you select a product with the homeowner, we know that we're getting very close. We want to know if the claim was approved or denied. Was it approved? Of course it's approved. A deposit. If we got a deposit, I want you to write down how much of a deposit we got. 50% typically, you're going to write down the amount of money. So this is a pretty big one. Our deposit was $50,000. I got a big house. What do you want me to say? No, I'm just kidding. I actually have a little 900 square foot house in Delaware. Okay. Once we have all this information, the last thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go ahead and put this. We want to send it to production. Keep in mind, this is not automated. You're going to have to go to your dashboard that you're very familiar with using, and then put the information in the dashboard. But what this does is this tells us our CRM is done. There's now no longer any reason to go to acileads.com for this customer. They have now moved over to the dashboard. Eventually, this is all going to be part of your dashboard. But in order to come up with a working module to make sure it works well for everybody, we have pretty much a test scenario set up here to make sure it works properly for us, and we have all the workflows and all the function we want before we spend the big bucks and put it in the dashboard. So basically right now, when you're all done with this contract and it's ready to go to production, sent to production. Until it's sent to production, it's still going to be inside the marketing department. So this tells us, get it out of the marketing department. Contact information, all this information switches right over. It's assigned to email address, last name, all this information. Organization name is not relevant in this situation. Organization to be used, for instance, if it was a property management company and it was a condo project. This is just going to allow us to tag these files together. Okay, the address information, it all switched over. You will have the ability over here to do a mailing address. Let's say that this is the property and the guy's a landlord, and all correspondence needs to be mailed to his office or home. This is where you would go ahead and put his other information so we can send a mail to the proper location. Insurance information. Insurance company. I'll have all the insurance companies in here by the time you look at this, but right now I just have a few for time management, I guess. Claim number. We need this information. The reason we need this information in here is you're going to be able to access this information on your tablet, on your cell phone, and on a desktop. If you're out in the field and you need to contact the insurance company for some reason, and let's say you don't have the file handy, you can get the claim number to help you with the conversation. Again, the adjuster's name, the adjuster's phone number. You can call this person off your smartphone. Adjuster's meeting here is a little redundant. That actually sets up a trigger. For instance, if we want to notify anybody. So I have it down here twice only because this is actually a trigger. So let's say you want to let the homeowner know we have an adjuster's meeting. Boom, it'll automatically notify the homeowner because you got their email address that we're going to be out there Monday the 3rd for an adjuster's meeting. Mortgage company. What is the mortgage company's name? Did you get an affidavit? Obviously, we're always trying to get mortgage affidavits. It's going to help us down the road. It's going to help you get these jobs capped out quicker. If you didn't get a mortgage affidavit, I'm going to have you very busy. I promise you, you're going to be managing a lot of contracts this year. I want to help you get that mortgage affidavit. I know that you're very busy. I know that you're a salesperson. You're building jobs. You're selling customers. You're talking to people. Sometimes stuff like a mortgage affidavit can slip through the cracks. If I see there's a no here, and I know there's a mortgage company on it, you know what? I'll go out there and get that. I'll get that mortgage affidavit signed for you. I'll help you out. We got the description. We got the trades here. You notice it said not accessible. That was because it didn't transfer for some reason. So just double check this information. This is going to let us know what project you have going on. You can update the notes. Contact image. This is where you can put a picture of the house on the file. I don't think I have a picture of a house on this computer, but we want to be able to look at the house. This is going to help us for many reasons. When this, for instance, if I'm on the phone with the adjuster for some reason, you're busy, you're slammed, you're like, hey, Bill, can you call that adjuster and see if my supplement was approved? Okay. I may need to look at this house so I can make better reference to the conversation. And we go ahead and save the information. Okay. So this is basically how you do the contract. You're going to want to make sure you keep up with all these stages. That's going to allow us to know where you're at with the contract, and it's going to let me know where I need to pick up for you. It's not so I can hound you or so I can bug you. Guys, I'm here to work for you. So if I see here that you have an adjuster's meeting scheduled and I see that the claim wasn't approved or denied, it's simple. You might have gotten busy. This could be a $3,000 claim and you have $25,000, $50,000 claims to work. I understand where you're going to be at with that. You're gonna have to handle that big money job. I know that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, Bill, I need to help him out with this. We need to go ahead and get this one, get this one moving on. I'll give you a quick call. Hey, what happened with that adjuster's meeting with the Smith's house? Yeah, the insurance company came out there. They approved it. She's waiting on a check. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give the homeowner a call, find out if she got that check or not. What's your schedule looking like? Bill, I'm too busy. Okay. I'm going to pick up the slack. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to do that because I need to move this pipeline along. I need to get it from a lead to a contract to production. I'm going to have you busy. So while it's still in my department, while it's still in the leads or contracts, I'm working for you for free. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into what your responsibilities are with this. We understand that you have to update the statuses. You're going to have to put in other mailing information in the event that it's a different mailing address. Insurance information. We need this insurance information. The mortgage information. We're going to need to know what trades you're doing out there. We're going to need to have an image. We're also going to need some more detailed information. What I need you to do is I need you to attach all your documents to this file. You guys have been using PhotoBucket. Great program. The biggest difference between PhotoBucket and this is when it comes to specific information like Eagle View, satellite roof measurements, insurance company scope of loss, your scope of loss, mortgage affidavits, contracts, all that information. Biggest one, pictures of damage. All that information needs to be tagged to this contract. So what we want to do is we want to go to more information. We want to go to documents. Now we're going to get into documents in another video to give you some more information. What we want to do is we want to upload a document. Okay, we're going to go ahead and upload a contract. We're going to add a document. We're going to label it. And we're going to, if you want to assign a folder, you can do all kinds of stuff with this. But basically, this is going to let you put some notes. I put these notes here because you may have an addendum contract. This first contract may be for insurance proceeds. The next contract may be for a specific dollar amount. So just make sure you make a note. That way we know what contract we're on. We want to do an internal download. We want to choose file. Let's just find any old file here. Okay, we will go with, let's just go with, I don't know what any of this stuff is. Let's just pick a picture. You hear my dog in the background growling there. We're going to go ahead and save, and it's going to upload the picture for us. That noise you heard was me just throwing something at my dog, so I didn't have to do this video over again. Okay, so now we have uploaded a contract, which is actually a picture to save time here. And we have attached this to this record. It's assigned to the whole 9 yards. So if you're on the road and you need to get an insurance company over a contract, boom, right there it is. You can email it right to them. If you need some information, you can get it right there to them. If you have a problem job, it'll allow me to help you with that. I can look at the damage pictures. I can call the insurance company, put me to work for you. If that information is not on here, I'll be flying blind. But if it's on here, I'll be able to call up and have an educated conversation with the adjuster or the insurance company, helping you out if you need it. Some people are not going to want me to do this for them. That's fine. I'll know that, and I won't mess with this information if you prefer me not to touch it. There's going to be some people that would appreciate the assistance, and I'm going to be able to help those people out. So all of this is a la carte. It's not a la force. So just remember that. Anything you like about this or don't like about it, feel free to pick and choose what aspects of it we help manage with you, and we'll go ahead and make notes in the system here, and we'll keep up with that information. So remember, a la carte, not a la force. Okay, now we're going to get into the documents here a little bit later because it is a specific module. It's going to have some information you need to know, but basically inside the contract information, if you want to view any of your documents, right there it is. Activity history, this is going to tell you who's messed with your record. You know, if you're like, well, who got in there and switched that to an adjusters meeting for me? Oh, wow. That was admin. The marketing department called and got that adjusters meeting for me. Problem appointments. If you have a problem out there for some reason, and it doesn't necessarily have to be an appointment. I just use problem appointments to make reference to appointments. So it could be anything. Once you put problem appointment, it's going to ring my phone and send me emails till I go crazy. Activities. Anything you have set up with that. Type, subject, date, start. You can add a to-do. You can add an event. Any type of information you want to keep track of. For instance, you have material on order, and it can't become a project until you get that material, whatever. You could be waiting on a specific type of display sample. You can put that in here, and it'll let you keep track of it. So that's basically contract information. All your contracts will be right here. The last thing I want to do in this section is go ahead and go to Create Filter. This is where it's going to allow you to get some really, really cool stuff. Let's go ahead and create a quick filter. We're going to label it. If you don't label it, it won't let you save it. Okay. I'd like to say it's been a long day, but wow, it's only 9:28 in the morning here. We're going to set as default, list as metrics, and if you want everybody else to use your filter, go ahead and put set as public. Let somebody else see the information you want to see. Okay, we want to go ahead and put the last name of the homeowner, assigned to. These have to be in every filter you do. These two have to be on here. Next thing we want to see the different stages. We want a real quick view of where this contract's at. So first thing we want to know is insurance company. First thing, we want to know if we got a contract signed. Second thing we want to know is a adjusters meeting scheduled. Next thing we want to know, was it approved or denied? Next thing we want to know, did we show the homeowner? Where is that? You got to read these. I mean, this isn't the easiest part of it. I can set these up if you like, but for the most part, it's pretty simple if you just take the time to look at it here. So we're looking for product selection with homeowner. And then we want to know sent for production. We have all this stuff here. Down here, you should probably leave this alone unless you've gotten very detailed with this, or if you're very computer savvy. This will give you specific filters. For instance, if you want to see just your contracts this week, you can do that. Advanced filters might be if you want to just see the ones that are in Ohio. Just type in Ohio. What Ohio? So we're not going to do any kind of advanced filters because this is pretty much something I use for my views. You can use it for your views if you feel comfortable with it. If you'd like me to set you up a filter, I can do that for you. So once we do that, we're going to save it. Now I'm looking at my test. There's all, there's test. Now what this does is it gives me a very detailed pipeline view of what I personally want to see the most of. If I go straight to my pipeline and I want to see what I have that has an adjusters meeting scheduled. Okay, I got Thomas scheduled. I got Dotson scheduled. I better schedule Jackson. Let's go ahead and get her scheduled. What's her adjuster's phone number? Let's give him a call. You're right there. So that's what I call the pipeline view. And it defaulted to that. Go to all. You're back to everybody you have, and right there is your pipeline view. Okay, claim approved or denied. You know, this is great information to put in here because if I see that it was denied, I'll go like this. Huh. It was denied. Mike denied it. Why did he deny it? Where's the notes? Descriptive information. Oh, there we go. One call closed Jeff. He's there again. So I'll be able to see why it was denied. If I want to look at the information for myself, I'll go here and I'll look at documents attached. I'll look at the pictures. I'll look at the contract. I'll look at the insurance scope of loss. And I'll be able to get a really educated thought. And at 9 o'clock on a Monday morning, when I'm sitting in the office, I'm going to call the insurance company if it needs to be fixed, and I'm going to help you go to work on these denials. We just had one the other day where the insurance adjuster obviously must have a drug problem or something because he drug Jeff all around the yard just to tell him a bunch of silly stuff. So I'm going to go to work for you on these denials too. Okay, that's basically the contract section. I know you're going to have some questions on this. I'm going to help you transfer these. I'm going to help you with all the information as you get up and started. Your main responsibilities, a quick overview. We'll go to the edit view. Is just update your pipeline here. Let us know what stage you're at with these contracts. What that's going to do is it's going to allow me to help you with these contracts. You're probably thinking, oh man, Bill, I can manage my own contracts. Yes, I know you can. But what you're going to see this year, since we are implementing a very aggressive marketing campaign, you're going to be managing a lot more contracts than you probably have managed in the past. What's going to happen is, instead of managing 4 or 5 contracts a month, hopefully you're going to be managing 25 or 30 contracts a month. That's a lot of work. So in order to get top dollar on this marketing program so we can get a good return on the investment, so I can stay employed, we're going to have to help you a little bit. And that's why we need to know where everything's at here. So don't freak out and think we're going to be in your business or anything like that. This is just because we're going to have you very busy, and we're going to, well, I hate to say it, but I'm going to be the ugliest secretary you ever had. So go ahead and update this information for me, and I'll go to work for you. Okay, let's get into some other modules here. Bear with me. Thank you so much for hanging in here. I know this is a lot to go over, but it was kind of meant to be a condensed overview of what we're doing, but there's so much information that it is taking a little bit of your time, so I would appreciate it if you didn't punch me in the nose when you get done watching this video. Thanks.